Hi yogis, welcome to your Hatha practice. Today we're going to be working mainly on hip openers. So we're going to be working into the hips, quads, and hamstrings. Remember, if you have any injuries such as hip replacement, knee replacements, this is your practice. So take any modifications or any adjustments to make this practice more comfortable for you. So you may want to grab some blankets for underneath the knees or some knee pads. We're also going to need a block or a sturdy object that you can put a bit of weight on. So when you're ready, come and join me on your backs in Shavasana. So taking a moment here, getting settled in before we jump into our physical practice. Take those feet about hip width or mat width apart. The arms out to the side. Take a moment to settle into the space, to settle into the room and onto your mat. Moment to observe and note how you're feeling today, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Moment to connect with the breath. I don't want you to change it today. I just want you to observe your breath. Get your focal point of attention. Follow the breath as it moves through your body. Arms overhead, point the toes forward, give yourself a big stretch. Bend at the knees, draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze, and take a little rock from side to side. from here, bring the soles of the feet back down to the mat. Reach the left leg up for the sky, and then hook the left ankle over top the right knee. Press the left knee away from the body. Flex that left foot. Bring the right leg up to 90 degrees. Grab on either behind the thigh or over top of the shin, whichever is best for you. Lower the head and shoulders back down to the mat. Keep that left hip open by pressing the left elbow into the thigh. Flex both feet, but keep the jaw and the neck relaxed. Slowly lower that right leg back down to the mat. Keep the legs as they are in that figure 4 shape. Bring the arms up to a T formation. Slowly let the legs fall to the left. Legs back to center. Extend the left leg up towards the sky and step the left foot down. Right leg reaches up for the sky. Hook that right ankle over top of the left knee. And press that right knee away from the torso. Flex the right foot. Bring the left knee up to 90 degrees. Grab on behind the thigh. Lower the head and shoulders. The hip open, flex the feet. Bring the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Slowly lower the left foot back down. Keep the legs as they are. Bring the arms up to a T formation. And then let the legs fall all the way to the right. Bring the legs back to center. Extend the right leg up towards the sky. And step the foot down to the mat. Take the feet mat width apart. And take a couple windshield wipes with the knees from side to side. From here, toe heel those feet back to center. Bring them in a little bit. Arms come to the sides. Tuck the shoulder blades in. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, lift the hips up into your bridge. Feel the knees slide forward as you pull the heels back towards the shoulders. Imagine there's a block in between your knees. You're squeezing those legs in towards each other, but there's still space. Collarbone is wide. Back of the neck is lifted so it's not flat on the ground here. Lift up a little bit higher, last 2 breaths. And then slowly lower back down to the mat. Knees come into the chest. Take a couple rocks forward and back onto the spine. And come all the way up to seated. Let's come into a cross-legged position. From here, reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, drop your left hand down to the mat. Reach that right arm up and over. Spiral the chest open. Bring the gaze to the inside of your right bicep. Bring the arms back to center, full breath in. Exhale. Drop your right hand, reach that left arm up and over. Keep the chest open, gaze comes up towards the sky. And back to center once more, full breath in. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Need a little rock here in your seat from side to side. Maybe sink into this a little bit more. Walk your fingertips forward. Round the back, tuck the chin in. A few breaths here as you melt into those outer hips. Walk the hands back towards the body. And then from here, just cross the legs in the opposite way. So bring the other shin forward. And sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms up. And then hinge at the hips, fold. Hands back towards the torso. From here, swing the legs around, coming into table. Starting off with some baby cat-cow, so just tiny movement here. As you inhale, drop your belly down, tilt the tailbone up. Exhale. So no rush here. We're going to start off with baby cat-cows and then gradually make them a little bit bigger. Cat-cow a little bit bigger. About medium-sized cat-cow. Not full extension and flexion of the spine yet. Two more like this. And then go ahead, take your full cat-cows, dropping your belly, tilting the tailbone up, gaze comes forward. And as you exhale, round the back, press the ground away. Move at your own pace here. Come back to a neutral table with a flat back. Tuck your toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog, and walk out your dog here. Bend one knee and then the other. Give your head a little shake, no. A little shake, yes. Relax into the neck. And look at the hands, walk to the top of your mat into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to release. Bend into the knees, reach the arms all the way up for the sky, and bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen the spine. Plant the hands, step the left foot back, and bring the left knee down onto the mat. Untuck your toes, reach the arms up, sink the hips forward, finding a nice bend through the right knee, and an opening through the left hip flexor, so the front of that left hip. Arms reach up for the sky. And bring the hands down to the mat. Here you can grab onto your blocks for Ardha Hanuman half splits. So you're going to walk the hands back, straightening out the front leg. So we want this back knee to be underneath the hips. So for me, I'm going to scooch it back just a little bit. So my hips are nice and even, stacked, knees stacked underneath the hip. Come to face the right foot and right leg. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips and you mount. So blocks are there for that extra little bit of height here. Make sure you feel this into the hamstring, maybe even into the calf, but not into the knee. If you feel in the knee, you're going to bend into it. Now slowly bend through the front knee. Walk the fingertips forward, place the blocks off to the side. Plant the hands down to the mat, look forward, and let's step that left foot forward. Lengthen the spine. So shift the weight into your toes. Hands maybe even come to the shins. Draw the shoulder blades in together. Exhale, fold. Bend into the knees. Sit down into your chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen the spine. Plant the hands. Step that right foot back. Bring the right knee down onto the mat. Reach the arms up into your low lunge. Sink the hips forward and down. And bring the hands down to the mat. Start walking them back again. If you need that extra little height, grab onto your blocks. Make sure the back knee is underneath the hips. If not, Scooch it back just a little bit. Come to face your left leg. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, fold any amount over top of your left leg. One more breath here. And then press up, bend through the front knee, walk your hands forward. Place the blocks off to the side. Tuck your back toes under, step your right foot forward. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend into the knees, reach the arms up to the sky. Bring the hands to heart center. Now from here, from the root into your right foot, let's bring the left leg out to the side, so left knee out to the left. Finding our tree pose. So toes can stay onto the mat, leaning the heel against the ankle for extra support, or you can always use a wall as well. Option 2, bring it up to the calf. Option 3 is bringing it all the way up to the inner thigh, so as high as you can, just not over top of the knee joint. We don't want to put pressure, sideways pressure onto that knee. So find a place that's comfortable. Bring your hands to heart center. Hips are open and wide. And once you've created that balance, I want you to open the arms. Spread your fingers wide to your tree pose. Press through that bottom foot, grow tall. And bring the hands back to heart center. Knee comes forward, straighten out the leg, and bring it down. Give those legs a little shake. Alright, let's firmly root into the left foot here. Again, place that right foot wherever's most comfortable for you. So open the leg out to the side first, and then decide where you want to put it. I'm wearing really slippery pants, so calf muscle it is today. Hands come to heart center, keeping my hips open. And finding that point of balance. And then open the arms, spread the fingers wide, grow tall. Press into that bottom foot, grow an inch taller through the sides of the waist. And then bring the hands back to heart center. Knee comes forward, extend the leg out, and step it down. Give it a little shake. From here, let's come back to the top of our mat. Roll the shoulders back into your mountain pose. As you inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, fold forward. Lengthen the spine. Plant the hands, step your left foot back. Bring that back foot parallel to the shoulders of your mat. Lift up, warrior 2. So nice wide stance here. Back toes are slightly tucked inwards, gripping through the outside of that left outer foot. Bend through the front knee, press it out to the side so it tracks over your second and third toe. Flip your right palm over, reach it behind. And come back to center, straighten the front leg, reach forward, and tip the arms vertically into your triangle. Open the chest. press up into the feet. Come back up to standing. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step your left foot forward. Flat back as you inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Bring that right foot parallel to the short of your mat. Lift the arms up, warrior two. So check your stance here. Nice deep bend through the front knee. And then flip your left palm over, reach it behind. And back to center. Straighten the front leg, reach forward. Tip the arms vertically into your triangle. Option to use a block here underneath that bottom hand. Especially if you find you're kind of curling, you want to reach the crown of the head forward. So find length here. And press into the feet, come up to standing. Now this time, bring both feet parallel to the stretch of your mat. Toes are slightly tucked inwards, heels outwards. So again, we're gripping through the outside edges of the feet. Reach the arms up, take a full breath in. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. You take a little bit wider here. And walk your hands forward or walk them behind you, your choice. You think of lifting the arches of the feet up, squeezing the quads so the kneecaps are lifting up. Hips are reaching up for the sky, and this deepening in the groin. Slowly walk the hands forward underneath the face. Bring the left hand underneath the face, extend the right arm up, opening up to the right. Switch out the hands. Bring the right hand down to the mat. Reach the left arm up. And bring the left hand down to the mat. If you've taken a wider stance here, toe heel those feet in a bit. And then bring the hands to the hips. Nice and slow. Make your way up to standing. Toe heel the feet in a little bit more. And let's cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. And bring the right foot forward. Lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Bend into the knees, sit down into your chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Flat back. Plant the hands. Step your left foot back. Bend through the front knee. Reach the arms up into your high lunge. Now as you inhale, I want you to straighten your front leg a little bit. Reach up for the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that left knee down towards the mat. You can bring those elbows in if you want. And then tuck the tailbone. So you're going to feel that opening through the left hip flexor again. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, lower it down, tuck the tailbone. Last one, reach it up. Tuck it in. Reach the arms back up. Lean the body forward. Let's press up warrior three. Hands can be forward to heart center or like an airplane here, whichever you'd like. Turn the toes down and inwards. Then lift the thigh bone. Bring the hands forward, tip them down to the mat. Standing splits, lift the leg as high as you can. And bring the left foot down to meet the right. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend into the knees, sit down into your chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Lengthen the spine. And plant those hands. Right foot comes back. Bend through the front knee. Engage through your core. Reach the arms up into your lunge. So again, 3 ups and downs here. As you inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, bend the back knee, bring it to a hover, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down and tuck. Last one, reach it up. Bring it down, tuck the tailbone, and lift back up. Lean the body forward. When you're ready, press up, warrior 3. Tip the hands forward into your standing splits. Lift the leg high as you can. And step the right foot down to meet the left. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend into the knees, sit down into your chair. And reach up for the sky. So coming into a second round of balancing poses here. So again, if you want to get a little bit closer to the wall to use that, feel free to do so. So feet are going to be hip width apart. Find a little spring into the knees. Firmly root into your right foot. You're now cross the left ankle over top of the right knee. Now, like a chair, but you're going to have to sit back a little bit further. So stick that butt out a little bit. The hands can be forward as a counterweight or to heart center. Now press that left knee down using the strength of your outer hips, your abductors and adductors here. Sit down into that little chair. If you want a bit more stretch, you're going to lean forward into it, hinging at the hips. But again, a little trickier on your balance here. And slowly press up to standing. Knee comes up, leg straight. Bring it down, shake it out. Alright, feet are hip width apart once more. Little spring into the knees. Bring the right ankle over top of the left. From here, sit down into your chair. Flex the right foot. Option to hinge at the hips, deepening the stretch through the outer hip. And then slowly press up, draw the knee up, extend the leg straight, and step it down. Give it a good shake. Okay, so let's make sure that we have a block towards the top of the mat. We're going to need at least one block here. So come to the top of your mat, find your mountain pose, roll the shoulders back. As you inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Lengthen the spine. And then plant the hands, step your left foot back. Bring that back foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Lift the arms up, warrior 2. Flip the right palm over, reach it behind. And come back to center, straighten the front leg. Reach forward. And then tip the arms into your triangle. And then back to center once more. Toe heel that back foot in, setting up for your half moon. So if you're using a block or you're fairly new to half moon, I'm going to show it from the front so you guys can get a good look first, so those of you who are new to this pose. So the block is going to be about 1.5 lengths of your torso in front of you. So for me, about 1.5 feet is how long my torso is. So placing that block about yay far in front of my right foot. I'm going to bend through my left knee, keep the hips open. Bring my weight into that right hand. So it feels like I'm reaching forward, but that's okay. Because once I shift my weight forward, my shoulder is going to be stacked directly over top of my hand. So from here, nice and slow, I start to open up, lift the back leg, and feel like I'm stacking my hips and opening my chest towards the left wall. Pointing the toes towards the left wall. An option, you stay here, hand on the hip. Maybe you'd like to reach the arms up for the sky. Couple more breaths here. You got this. You're doing great. And then to get out of this, just take a nice slow bend through the front knee. Start to lean back until your left toes come down to the ground. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step your left foot forward. Now lengthen the spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, fold. Plant those hands. Let's step the right foot back. Bring the right foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Lift the arms up, warrior two. Flip the left palm over, reach it behind. And come back to center, straighten the front leg, reach forward, and tip into your triangle. So take note of the shape here in your triangle. Notice how the hips are stacked, one on top of the other, how the chest is open. We're reaching the crown of the head forward. So we're not curving the spine, we're reaching here. So this is the exact same shape, or pretty much the exact same shape that we were at in our half moon, but we're going to take this into a standing balancing pose. So press up into the feet. Shorten your stance. Keep the hips as they are. So that block is going to be, again, about 1.5 lengths of a block for me. So from my hip to my shoulder. If you're a bit taller, you're going to probably put it about 2 feet in front of you. If you're shorter, so maybe 5'5" and below, about 1 foot, 12 inches in front of your foot. So start shifting the weight into that left foot, shifting the weight into your left hand, and lifting your back leg. Now stack the hips. Take your time here. Open up nice and slow, no rush. So you lift the leg a little bit higher, and you stack the hips a little bit more. And then eventually, you like to lift that top arm up so the chest is open like our pyramid. Sorry, like our triangle, not pyramid, triangle. One more breath here. And then bend through the front knee, nice and slow. Bring those back toes behind you. Cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. Find downward facing dog. As you inhale, reach the left leg up for the sky. And as you exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Bring the right knee down to the mat. Now toe heel your left foot out towards the edge of the mat. So both hands come to center. Finding our high dragon here. Nice low lunge. Feel the hips sinking forward. If your hips are still tight, I want you to stay here. Additionally, if you have any knee injuries, really listen to your knee, and it's going to tell you how high or how low you should take this pose. Option to take your low dragon today. Hence, we use our blocks because there's 3 different heights. Placing the forearms either on the highest, medium, or low setting on your block. If you're feeling really loose into the hips, maybe you're coming all the way down to the mat, even lifting the back knee off the ground. So, elbows down, knee up, toes, back toes tucked. But I want you to listen to your knee really carefully here. If there's any pinching or discomfort, that's telling you, not today, maybe tomorrow, come up a little bit higher. Keep that left knee in towards the body. Don't let it fall out to the side. Soften the breath. From here, press up into the hands, back up into your high dragon. Bring your left toes out to a 45-degree angle. You're going to shift the weight into your right hand, placing the left hand onto that left thigh. Now, flex your feet, dorsiflex them. Toes are pointed up towards the sky, locking the ankle and whole leg in place. So we're pressing into the thigh bone, moving the whole leg as one unit. So we're rotating actually from the ball and socket of the hip joint here. Where are you going to feel this pose? Maybe it's in the outer hips, low back, abductors, adductors. It really depends on where you're holding that tension. Stay here for a few breaths. Leg come back to center, place the left hand down onto the mat, toe heel the left foot into center. Place the block off to the side, we'll need it in a second. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog, and walk out your dog here. And reaching the right leg up for the sky. Bring the right foot in between the hands. Left knee comes down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Walk that left foot to the outside edge of the mat, bringing both hands to center. And take a moment here. Let the body settle into your high dragon before going any lower. And then deciding whether you'd like to come a little bit lower in this pose. Finding the depth that's comfortable for your hips and your knee. Don't let the knee fall out to the side. You want to hug it into the body. Hips are still having that forward and downwards angle and momentum here. And press back up into the hands, into your high dragon. Bring your right toes out to a 45-degree angle. Firmly root into your left hand. Bring the right hand onto the thigh. Dorsiflex the foot. Toes pointed up, and then just gently press into the thigh, moving the whole leg as one unit here. So feel that external rotation. Be gentle here. Listen to the knee. If you notice one side is tighter than the other, it's okay. Use it as an opportunity to explore maybe your movement patterns throughout the day. For me, right side is pretty tight. I am right-handed. I do everything right foot forward. I like to challenge myself and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to put my left foot forward this time in this pose. Or spend a little bit more time on the other side. A few more breaths here. Keep it soft. Let the knee come back to center. Toe heel the foot end to center. Tuck your back toes under. Lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Walk out your dog. We'll be finding here our pigeon pose. If you already know that pigeon is not for you, you have knee injury, hip replacement, or anything like that, and you find it quite uncomfortable, you need to take number 4 on your back like we did it at the very beginning of our practice today. Otherwise, lift the left leg up towards the sky and bring the left knee behind the left hand. Scooch the back right leg all the way as far back as it goes. And then making sure you have a comfortable foundation here. Comfortable on the knee, no discomfort there. If there is a little bit and you want to adjust, bring the heel in, roll slightly forward onto the shin and see if that changes. If not, take it on your back, number 4. Okay, square up to the top of your mat. And when you're ready, walk the hands forward into a sleeping pigeon. Head either comes down to the mat or onto a block. Now you may feel this quite deeply. So remember at the beginning of our practice today when we followed the breath. I want you to focus on your breath. Maybe even see if you can guide it towards those tight muscles in the hips, and the legs. Slow down the breath. Resist the urge to fidget. Tell the body it's okay. This is a deep stretch. Is a safe range of motion. More breaths. Slowly lift the head, walk the hands back towards the body. Tuck your toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog, and walk out your legs here, bending the knees. If you've taken number 4 on your back, take a few windshield wipes with the knees from side to side. And then reach the right leg up for the sky. Bring the right knee behind and slightly a little bit out to the side to the right. Scoot your left leg as far back as it goes. Make sure it's still in line with your hip. So set up your foundation, really important here. Hips are square. And once that's comfortable, walk the hands forward into your sleeping pigeon. Again, listen to your knee and your hip joint here. If you feel any discomfort, you're going to walk back up. Settle in here, take a couple seconds, move around if you need to. And then hold it here. Resist the urge to move or to fidget. Breath soft and even. Guide it towards any tight muscles. Three last breaths. And then slowly walk the hands back towards the body. Tuck your back toes under. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Ooh. Walk those legs out, bring blood flow back into them. It's normal to get a little bit stiff there in those long holds. With some deep, intense stretching. Drop down to the knees, swing the legs around, coming to seated. Let's extend the legs straight out in front of us. Toes pointed up towards the sky. Reach the arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. If you're taking this practice closer towards the end of the day, round the back, tuck the chin in. Hollow out the belly. And if it's still early, perhaps in your day, and you still have some stuff to do, keep this active, reaching the chest forward and a flat back. So back bends are really energizing. And then forward folds, that rounding to the back, really brings our nervous system down. So it tapers it down, getting it ready more for sleep, rest, digestion. So whatever you have planned for the rest of the day, taking this forward fold, either with a flat back or rounded. And then uncurl the spine. Bring the soles of the feet together. Scooch forward. Keep the hands to the sides of the waist. Keep them long and then press the knees down using the strength of your hips that we just stretched. And bring the knees back in. Soles of the feet come down to the mat. Make sure there's enough room behind you to roll down. And slowly make your way down onto your back. Bring the knees over top the hips. Hands come onto the kneecaps. Just let the knees dangle over top the hips. So heels dangle towards the butt. Let the lower back come off the mat. Keep the neck lifted as well. Finish up here with a happy baby. Draw the knees into the chest. Grab on either to the shins. You can grab onto the feet or the big toe with the peace finger. Gently draw the knees in towards the shoulders and take a rock from side to side. Any last movement or pose that you still feel like doing today, feel free to hit the pause button, take a minute to do so. And then when you're ready, finding a comfortable shape for your final pose, so perhaps Shavasana or any other pose that feels good and allows the body and the mind to relax. And close the eyes. Body relax. Keep all of your awareness to the breath these last couple of minutes. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move your head from side to side. And reach your arms overhead, point the toes forward, give yourself a big stretch. Roll onto your right hand side into a fetal pose. Keep your eyes light as you slowly press yourself up into a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank yourself for making time for yourself and coming to your mat today. I want to thank you all for joining me. It's been A pleasure as always. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon. Namaste.